Well, hey there. My name is Michael Spackman, founder of 4Q Boundaries, and today is day 16 in my 90-day challenge of using 4Q Boundaries basic fundamentals course. I'm basically doing what all the students do when they join as a member, and they're learning about how to establish healthy boundaries. So today's video, I actually want to have a conversation about boundaries and really, like, what's your purpose in life? Why do you get up in the morning? One of the things I sort of notice, and this sort of ties into with this week's tool trainer that we listened to yesterday, and today's actually the skill builder, which is all about your inner sanctuary, which is inside your cranium. But what I notice is that if you don't have a mission or a purpose outside of just a regular routine, but if you don't really know why you should exist, why wake up in the morning, it's really hard to be in the present moment. It's really hard to have good boundaries. Because what I notice is that when people don't have really a strong sense of direction, that true north for themselves, and they wake up with enthusiasm in the morning because they know that they're going to be accomplishing goals, it's hard to be in the present. Because if you're sort of just existing, then it's like, well, why do I need to be in the present? And when you don't really need to be in the present, well, then why do you need to have boundaries? Because there's no point in having boundaries if you're not really paying attention to life, if you're not really excited about life, if you're not challenging yourself to explore new parts of yourself, creating goals, and then learning how to achieve those goals. And so one of the things I've just sort of noticed a lot in our society today is that we're really susceptible to listening to, let's say, social media. We'll use that as an example. And within that social media, people are capturing our attention. They're getting us angry. Doesn't matter what it is. But the whole point is that social media is driving people's emotions. And then when they drive your emotions, guess what? You feel stuff, but it doesn't mean you're in the present. In fact, a lot of this is when you hear things, it's about rumors, potential outcomes, activities that have no basis in reality whatsoever. But at the same time, these news feeds are generating emotional feeds, which is then getting people stirred up, which I wouldn't say gives you purpose, but what it does is sort of makes you feel. The problem is that it's external manipulation that's causing you to now react and act and to be in a way that I find most people don't even enjoy. And to combat this is 4Q Boundaries is all about learning how to have boundaries. But what I find is that the people that are really successful at wanting to have boundaries, wanting to actually follow through with listening to the audios and really practicing learning how to use these tools so that way they can take them and integrate them into their daily lives, is there has to be a purpose in life. They have to have, why am I doing this? Because it's so easy to check out. It's so easy to get drawn into media. It's easy to draw into your cell phone. It's easy to draw into, just the TV or into books. It's easy to get drawn into drugs, alcohol. It's easy to get drawn into everything except paying attention to yourself. noticing your own personal boundaries. And I'm trying to bring this to people's attention so that way you can actually have a choice. You can recognize, like, wow, if I actually learn how to have really strong, healthy boundaries that I'm aware of, then guess what? That changes the whole dynamics of my relationships with other people. It changes my relationships with my work, my family, the people I work with, not just projects. You know, if you have children, society at large. It really changes your whole context of your relationship with everything, because it starts with this inner boundary. You're aware of how stimulus impacts you. You're recognizing your personal energy as well as the energy of others. And so this week we're actually working with the, inner sanctuary. And it's a great space to be because it's a space that's neutral. You're able to actually become observant of what's happening around you without having to be engaged with others. And so the training that we're doing with this is, can I be in my cranium? Can I actually recognize when I'm here versus when I'm somewhere else? And that somewhere else could be in the future, it could be in the past, alternative universes, the what if scenarios. And when you start to recognize that you're not present as much as you think you are, it gives you a reason for, well, I think I need to change my activities. I want to be more present. But that's the biggest thing, is you have to decide that you want to be present. And I just find that a lot of people check out. They say, "Oh, I'm present," while they're stoned off, out of their head, or they're drinking up a storm, or they're so engaged in their cell phones that their interactions are with people that are not in the room, but somewhere internationally. Who knows where they're talking to them? And what we're doing with this type of work, and especially this type of week, is it's all about, can I be here in the present moment? So anyway, so that's sort of my little thought for today. And I hope I articulated myself well enough for you to understand. I know this will be a theme that I'll be talking about in blogs and other activities, but I just sort of wanted to illustrate it because it just seemed like the right time to talk about it. So anyways, my check-in, had a great day. I had some really amazing clients today. Some new clients that just came in. Every time I work with clients, I'm always learning things from them. That's one of the reasons why I like the work that I do as a craniosacral therapist, is I'm always learning how to support people in their own health journey. And then from there, I was able to come home and I rearranged some things. So I did a little bit of housekeeping, and then I was like, oh shoot, I forgot I need to do a video tonight. So it dawned on me, it's like, wow, the whole day got away with me. I'm like, no, I need to do the video because that's part of my commitment to myself. So anyways, that was sort of my day. So that's the check-in of where I'm at. But it was a great day. No complaints whatsoever. And I'm looking forward to the meditation. So I'm going to sign off, do the meditation, come back, and I'll be sharing with you one 5-minute clip, so that way you can experience your inner sanctuary for yourself. And then I'll go to the conclusion of sort of what did I notice as I was meditating tonight. So anyways, talk to you soon. Well, welcome to the meditation portion of this video. We are in the skill builder section today, and this is week 3. So we'll be listening to the your inner sanctuary. So we're building our inner sanctuary. And today we're going to listen to the blue vibrations. So let's actually let's listen to Cornflower. So enjoy your meditation. Let's set your inner sanctuary at a cornflower vibration. I'd like you to put your attention on your head and notice the front of your head and the back side, the right side, and the left side of your head. The ceiling and the floor of your head. And just notice those 6 points and the space that is between each point. And you can notice that grounding that's in the center of your inner sanctuary. It's attached to the middle of your inner sanctuary, and it goes all the way down to the center of the planet. And notice this grounding is set at a cornflower vibration. And be aware of that gravitational pull. Be aware of any foreign energy that's in your inner sanctuary, just releasing out of your inner sanctuary and flowing down your grounding. And let's set the energy of your inner sanctuary at that cornflower vibration. Just notice that inner sanctuary vibrating at that cornflower, radiating throughout the center of your head, going into every nook and corner of your inner sanctuary. Be aware of that grounding as it's releasing the foreign energy. And what are you noticing as you're setting the inner sanctuary at that cornflower vibration? How does your body respond? What are you noticing physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? And be aware of those 6 points that we looked at earlier at the very beginning. Be aware of that space, your inner sanctuary, and just watch that cornflower vibration just radiate throughout your inner sanctuary. And notice how your body is responding to that cornflower vibration. What are you noticing physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? Continue to watch. Well, hey there, I'm back. So I listened to the Blue Spectrum tonight. I only did one cycle, so I only listened to it for about 25, almost 30 minutes. And I was noticing there was stages. At the very beginning, I was really present. I was just having a great time, just noticing the front, the sides, the back, grounding everything. And then as I was focusing on just the ownership of my inner sanctuary, I noticed this level of apathy that was coming out of me. And I think that must have been one of the reasons why I was inspired to talk about goal setting and what's your purpose, things like that, because I was just noticing as this energy was coming out of me, it was just like, well, I don't know. What should I do? And it was just like this sluggish energy. And I don't know about you, but I know when I'm in that type of energy, I pretty much, I just don't want to do anything. I'll read a book. I've been known to read books for the whole weekend, if it was a weekend. Um, Enjoyed myself thoroughly, but at the same time, I was like, I don't feel like being in my body. I just want to be out. Um, or like, you do the binge watching. You're like, oh my God, I love this show. And you're like so involved in the show. But the only thing you forgot about was like, oh, I got a physical body. And I forgot it was here because I'm engaged in the show. Um, so for me, that's sort of what I was noticing tonight was really just this layers of sort of apathy just coming out of me. And so the great thing about this again is, we're focusing on the inner sanctuary that has its own grounding cord, but we're not forgetting about the first 2 weeks and the training in there. We're still focusing on the grounding of our whole body, as well as reclaiming our energy and power. So, like, if you ever are experiencing that apathy yourself, then guess what? As you're releasing apathy, you can reclaim your energy and power. That is the opposite of apathy, whatever that is for you. Enthusiasm, fun, play, being present, um, and filling yourself up. So, and then part of that is just recognizing, can I be in my inner sanctuary so that way I'm a little bit more conscious to the sensations of what's happening within my own body. So the inner sanctuary is really a great space just to be. It's to center. It's where you center yourself, and so that way you can be. It's sort of like a lighthouse where you can look out and you're seeing everything miles away. Um, and it's all about being present. So anyways, so it was I had fun tonight. Looking forward to this whole week. This is, like I said, it's a really fun tool. And I hope you enjoyed the 5-minute meditation. And if you are a member, I hope you meditated as long as you wanted to using the Strength Builder training section. So anyways, have a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whenever you are seeing this video. And I will talk to you tomorrow, day 17. Wow, time's moving fast. Talk to you soon.